good? Okay. Oh, let me shut the door. Alright, good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to Discoveries. We've been reading about a funny little Christmas character the last couple of weeks, and who is that?
The gingerbread
The
man.
gingerbread man. And the gingerbread man is what type of story? A folk tale. Okay, and when a story is a folk tale, we know it's a folk tale because of some certain things. What makes something a folk tale, Olivia?
That, the animals act like humans.
Very good. Olivia said the animals act like humans. Generally,
The story's fiction.
it's fiction. Aubrey?
There's tricksters in it.
There always is a trickster, a sneaky trickster in a folk tale. Normally there is. Yes, and our chart up here kind of reminds us of those things that we learned about folk tales. And we've read the gingerbread man and then the gingerbread baby. But since it's been a week since you've been to Discoveries, I'm going to refresh your memory for just a second, and I'm going to do some speed reading. And I'm going to read through these two stories one more time because today I'm going to ask you to do something with both the stories. You've got your story maps on your table that remind you of the characters and the setting. But today I'm going to refresh your memory and speed read through both of these so that we can do some comparing and contrasting in a few minutes, okay? All right, The Gingerbread Man by Karen Smith. Once upon a time, there was an old man and an old woman and a little boy. One day, the old woman said to the little boy, "I will bake you a gingerbread man." And she did. The old woman put the gingerbread man into the pan, and she put the pan into the oven. "Now watch the oven," said the old woman, "and when you can smell the gingerbread, call me. But do not open the what? Oven door." Then the old woman went to work in the garden with the old man. The little boy sat in the kitchen and watched the oven. Soon he could smell the gingerbread. "I want to see if the gingerbread man looks as good as he smells," said the little boy. And he opened the oven door. The gingerbread man hopped out of the pan, he hopped out of the oven, he ran across the kitchen to the open door, and the little boy ran to shut the door, but the gingerbread man ran
Out.
faster. He ran out of the door and down the steps and into the road. Then he called out, "Run, run, as fast as you can. Can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." And the little boy ran after him. The old man and the old woman saw the gingerbread man and they ran too, but the gingerbread man ran faster. And the little boy and the old man and the old woman had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on, and soon he came to some farmers. "Where are you going?" shouted the farmers. "I've run away from the little boy and an old woman and an old man, and I can run from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the farmers, and they dropped their rakes and ran after him. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run,
As
fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The farmers ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster. And the farmers had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on, and soon he came to a bear. "Where are you going?" shouted the bear. "I've run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers, and I can run from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the bear. And he began to run after the gingerbread man, and the gingerbread man called out, "Run, run, as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The bear ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster, and the bear had to sit down to rest. The gingerbread man ran on, and soon he came to a wolf. "Where are you going?" shouted the wolf. "I've run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers and a bear, and I can run from you too," said the gingerbread man. "Oh, you can you?" said the wolf. and he began to run after the gingerbread man. Then the gingerbread man called out, "Do it with me.
Run as fast as you can.
You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man." The wolf ran fast, but the gingerbread man ran faster, and the wolf had to sit down to
Rest.
The gingerbread man ran on, and soon he came to a fox. And the fox said, "Where are you going?" "I've run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers and a bear and a wolf, and I can run away from you too," said the gingerbread man. The fox said, "I can hear you. Come a little closer." The gingerbread man stopped running, and he came a little closer to the fox. Then he called out, "I've run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers and a bear and a wolf, and I can run away from you too." Uh-oh. "I can't hear you," said the fox. "Come a little closer." The gingerbread man came very close to the fox, and then he shouted, "I've run away from a little boy and an old man and an old woman and 3 farmers and a bear and a wolf, and I can run away from you too." "Oh, you can you?" said the fox. And snip, snap, he opened his mouth and he closed his mouth, and that was the end of the gingerbread man. The end. So who was the trickster in this story?
The fox.
The fox. Okay, make sure that you have that on your story map. If you missed anything while Miss Pelican read it again, you can fill it in real quick. And we're going to move on to the gingerbread baby. Now remember, if you are doing these at home or online, you can always watch the videos because I have them included in your on the slideshow in Canvas, okay? All right, so we're on to gingerbread baby. "Can we make a gingerbread?" Maddie asked his mother. "Yes," she said, and lit the stove. Maddie got down the cookbook. They mixed the dough, and Maddie rolled it into the shape of a gingerbread boy. They popped him in the oven. Tick-tock, Maddie peeked. Too soon? Out jumped a gingerbread baby. "I'm the gingerbread baby, fresh from the pan. If you want me, catch me if you can." The gingerbread baby ran around the kitchen. The door opened, and in came Maddie's father. The gingerbread baby ran out shouting, "Catch me if you can." He ran by the cat. She sprang at him, and they rumbled and tumbled, but the gingerbread baby came out on top. The dog ran after him. The gingerbread baby climbed over the wall, shouting, "Catch me if you can." Maddie stayed at home, looking at the cookbook. He heard his mother and father yelling, the cat meowing, and the dog barking. The gingerbread baby ran into the barn. He raced across the goat's back, singing loudly, "Catch me if you can." The gingerbread baby stopped at the well for a drink. Madeline watched him, and Martha tried to catch him, but she was too slow. I love how Jan Brett has her illustrations. If you look real closely, or if you ever get a chance to see some of her stories, on the side, she has little clues of what else is going on at the same time as what's going on this page. So like Maddie is in here in the background cooking in the kitchen. So that's not what she's talking about on her main page, but she gives us little clues on the side. That's just a little fun bit of information for you if you ever get to read a Jan Brett book, okay? He grabbed the girls' braids, tied them together, and ran off. At home, Maddie stirred, mixed, and rolled the dough. He put it in the oven. "I will catch him if I can," Maddie said to himself. The gingerbread baby jumped into a farm wagon. A mama pig tried to catch him, but then he jumped into the air, twisted around, and got away just in time. "I'm the gingerbread baby. I'm quick, I'm fast, I'm smart, I am clever. No one can catch me. He's got a lot of what? What's that word?
Energy.
He's got a lot of energy. What's that other word that you say when somebody really thinks they're
Don't stop. Confidence.
confidence? I like that word, lady. Confidence. He has a lot of confidence. Now the gingerbread baby came to a bridge. All the villagers and the animals raced after him. So he jumped off, landed on a chunk of ice, and floated down the river. Look at me, what do you see? The best gingerbread baby ever, he sang and jumped ashore. Who was watching from the trees? Smack, smack, a hungry fox. But the gingerbread baby ran away fast. So this fox didn't what?
Eden.
He didn't get him, did he? The gingerbread baby was too fast. The milk and cheese man passed by. The gingerbread baby hid in the lid. Ha ha, hee hee, I'm the gingerbread baby, you'll never find me. The milk and cheese man lifted the lid. I'm the gingerbread baby, catch me if you can. Boy, he really likes to tease, doesn't he? Now everyone chased after that naughty gingerbread baby. Getting closer, the gingerbread baby smelled something delicious, and he followed his nose into the woods, running fast. He couldn't believe what he saw, a gingerbread house. The gingerbread baby clapped his hands and ran inside. Maddie was watching from the trees. When everyone arrived, all they found were crumbs. Oh, that must be all that's left of the gingerbread baby, Maddie's father said. Let's go home and tell Maddie. Hello, Maddie, his father said. We didn't catch the gingerbread baby. Did you make that beautiful gingerbread house? His mother asked. Yes, Maddie said, smiling. Why is Maddie smiling?
Because she caught the gingerbread man. Baby.
Only Maddie could hear the tiny voice from inside the gingerbread house. And who was in there?
The gingerbread
The
baby.
gingerbread baby. Okay, that's our two versions of the gingerbread man that we have. Okay? The gingerbread man, the gingerbread baby. Both are folk tales. And today, we're going to compare and contrast the two versions of that story, okay? What does the word compare mean? Okay, what does the word compare mean, Jenley?
Compare means to see how they're like and how they're different.
Very good. Does anybody else have anything they want to add to what Jenley said about the word compare? Telling how they are alike, and then she added telling how they are different too, and I have a word for that. Anybody have anything you want to add? Well, Jenley's on the right track because when you compare something, you tell how they are alike. And when you contrast something, you are telling how they are different, okay? And a lot of times people like to use a Venn diagram. It's the two big circles that overlap in the middle. And to show how something is alike and different. Okay, it's a very good visual for us to be able to separate our information and see that. So on the two sides, we tell how things are different, and in the middle, we tell how they are alike. Sometimes when we compare things, we use words like alike, similar, also, both, same. And when we tell how they're different, we might say unlike, yet, although, but, okay, things like that. So we use these words and we compare and contrast things. We do this all the time, and you probably don't even realize it, okay? When you go to Sonic with your parents, or somewhere that you're at McDonald's, and your mom says, what do you want to eat? And you say, I don't know, let me think. Do you want the chicken nugget meal or the Happy Meal? Or the cheeseburger meal? And you start comparing in your head why you want one or the other. What? Do you you want to eat chicken? Do you want to eat burger? You start thinking, you do this all the time and you don't even realize that you're doing it, okay? It's a great tool for us to use every day. We're going to practice. Let's compare, let's see here. Blake, would you like to be a volunteer for Miss Pellegrin?
Sure.
Okay, come stand up here. Let's compare Blake and Jenley, would you? Alright, Blake, you stand right here. Okay, Jenley, you stand right here. Alright, so we're going to compare Blake and Jenley. Let's give them a round of applause for helping us out. Yay! Okay. Alright, so on this side of my Venn diagram, I'm going to write Blake's name. On this side of my diagram, I'm going to write Jenley's name. Alright, so let's tell how Blake and Jenley are alike and different. Who has the first idea? Isaac.
They're both the same size.
Okay, they're about the same height. Are they about the same height? Let's see. Come here, Jenley. Turn around backwards. Come here, Blake. Turn around backwards. Well, who's a little bit taller? Blake is a little bit taller. Okay, so we're going to put taller, and Jenley is just a little bit shorter. Okay, Letty.
They're both human.
Okay, they're both human. So I'm going to put that in the middle because that is about both of them. Okay, Aubrey.
They're both wearing jeans.
Okay, they're both wearing jeans. Okay, y'all are doing a good job comparing them. Can someone contrast them? Olivia?
Jenny's wearing a headband.
Okay, Jenley has a headband on. And Blake has,
Glasses.
well, he does have glasses, but no headband. Or nothing on his head. Okay, Blake wears glasses. Jenley does not wear glasses. Okay, what else? Letty?
Blake is wearing a hoodie and Jenny's wearing a jacket.
Okay, Blake is wearing a hoodie. Jenley is wearing a jacket. Okay, Gaddy.
They both do sports.
Do y'all both play sport?
I do.
Jenley, do you play sport?
No. Dancing and tumbling are sports though.
Do you do dancing and tumbling, Jenley? No? Okay, so we could write Blake plays sports, Jenley doesn't play sports. Okay. Anything else that you can think of that they both have in common? Yes.
They're both here at Herndon.
They're both students at Herndon, and they're even both in Miss Who's class?
Miss Capera.
Miss Capera's homeroom. Okay, so I could even say that. Okay, so this is just easy stuff that we could see real easy about Jenley and Blake, and we could practice real quick telling how they are alike and how they are different. You're about to do that with your two stories in just a second, okay? All right, thank you, Blake and Jenley. Give them another round of applause. They did awesome. All right, here is my thinking question here. I want you to think. How does comparing two things help us understand them better? How does comparing two things help us understand them better? What's your thoughts?
It helps us understand them better by which one is better for you.
Okay, Easton?
It helps us understand better because, you know, their difference and they are alike.
Very good. He said you get to know them better, so you get to know more details about them. Did I learn a little bit about Blake and Jenley when we were comparing? I learned that Blake played sports, Jenley didn't. I learned that Blake was a little bit taller and wore glasses. So by comparing and contrasting Jenley and Blake, I got to learn a few more details about them, okay? Anybody else? How does comparing two things help us understand them better? What do you think, Gadden?
Because it's telling detail about them.
Yes, it's giving us those good details. And when we understand details, we get a deeper understanding of what's happening with the two things or what's going on with them. So, great thoughts there. Very good thoughts. Okay, what you're going to do today at your table is you are going to compare and contrast gingerbread baby and the gingerbread man on a Venn diagram, just like we did up here. I'm going to give your table a chart like this, okay? A giant one. It's like I blew up the diagram. So you're going to use the markers on your table, and you and your table partner are going to fill in your chart, and you're going to tell me how these stories are alike and how they are different, okay? And then things that they both have in common. Now, if you get to a point where you've used your brain and you've really thought of all the information that you think you can think of, I have some Christmas clues to help you out, okay? Hidden on my Christmas tree up here are some clue cards. Now there's more clue cards than you can use. Your table can only use 3 clues, and only if you get stumped, okay? So you can walk up here, get a clue card, read the clue, let it help you out. And if you use a clue card, put a check in the clue box to let Miss Pellegrini know you used a clue card, okay? But I want you to really think deep in your story. Use your story maps that we worked on to help you. Think about the characters and the storyline and what happened and where the setting was. Think about all those things to tell me how these two stories are alike and how these two stories are different. Okay? The clues are up here on cards in my Christmas tree. Okay? So if you and your partner are stumped and y'all used your brain and thought all you can think to put on your poster, one of you may walk up there and get a clue card. Now I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to work. Alright, now this is what we need to do first, okay? You can pick which color marker you want to use. I need one person right now to fill in the title, the first title on your Venn diagram. Write gingerbread baby on one side. And then the next person can fill in the title for the other story, gingerbread man. Okay? And I'm going to help you get started, and then I'm going to let you go. So let's get our diagram labeled, gingerbread baby, gingerbread man. All right, give me a thumbs up when your diagram is labeled and you're ready to go. Okay, oh, I see a good thumbs up back here and over here. Waiting on this group up here to get theirs labeled. Easton's almost there. Good. All right, let me help you with your first compare and contrast on here, okay? All right, think about the boy in the story. The young boy who's your age in the story. Think about him. At the very beginning of the story, this young boy in Gingerbread Baby, what did the young boy do? Olivia?
Maddie stayed inside.
Maddie stayed inside, okay? He didn't run after The gingerbread man. Or the gingerbread baby. But in the gingerbread man, what did the little boy do? He ran after. He took off. So in our story right now, I can already tell that that both of them have a young boy. In one story, the boy stayed inside and didn't run. In the other story, the little boy ran after. Okay, that's just kind of like a little freebie to get your mind going and thinking. So go ahead and add that one to your chart. And then I want you and your partner to talk and add some more things, okay? Try to add at least 3 things. 3 comparisons. And remember, your clue cards are on the tree if you're stumped. Talk with your table partner, and y'all think about the story, everything in the story. Once you've got my first one down, you may go ahead and start talking with your partner and tell me how these stories are alike and how they were different. Think about the characters, the setting, and everything. The old man and woman did he?
You can get the next one. Just go right over the corner,
Oh, I like that he's thinking.
That's for both.
Well, I forgot to tell you to write your table number down at the bottom where it says group number. Write your table number.
Table?
No, put number 4 for your table number so I know who did the poster. Thank you. You're not getting a clue yet? Well, the clues are there to help you.
Gotta get a clue. If you really need it, go get it. Oh no. No. I could have helped you. I got it.
And when you're finished with your clue, put it back. Okay, what will you write in here? He got outsmarted. That's a good one. What happened? Did he get outsmarted?
Who opened the door? They both escaped the oven. They escaped the oven. Thank you for putting it on. Put that there.
Y'all think about too. What did the gingerbread say along the way? Think about what they said.
So who we were I could not.
Okay, so the gingerbread baby, what does he say along the way?
No,
He says, "Catch me if you can." And what did the gingerbread man say? So those are the different things they said. They both escaped the oven. That's great.
And the gingerbread baby.
Oh yeah, go for the
The dad. Maddie's dad. Maddie's dad.
Okay, it's fine as long as it's on the tree. Okay, let me hear some of your thinking over here. What we got so far?
That's a lot. What did the other one say? Touch me for
They both escaped the oven. That's a good one. I like that one. They might have both escaped the oven, but think about how it ends up at the end. Those would be good ones to put in your compare site to tell how they're different. Y'all are doing an awesome job.
I have an idea. Maybe, well,
I'm hearing lots of good things you know here.
I wish we could change colors, but we can't. The boy opened the door. The fox right. The fox tricked the gingerbread. We only have one space, Fox. We better.
I know.
You wanna go
We can put.
I'm kind of stuck.
Wait, no, there. I know. The gingerbread.
No, don't.
No, look at
You.
Alright, I see some clues being used. Are we almost at the end of our clues over here?
No, don't go get a clue. No, don't get it, don't get it. No.
Well, it's okay if you use it. You gotta work with your partner.
I think she wanted to go up there.
She just wanted to go. No, I didn't want him to go get a clue. I don't know. We can't use any more clues. Right?
I wish we could each get.
Wait, no, we didn't.
No, that would be too many clues. You gotta use your brain. I'm gonna give you all the clues.
Wait, no, we already did this.
No.
I know, and y'all almost finished yours.
No, think about the journey of the gingerbread when he began.
Wait, we only have two.
Yeah, I already
One thing I noticed, this is just a side note. Look at y'all's, they should be one. We capitalize titles of books all the time.
You want us to exit out this?
Just make it capitalized. We always capitalize titles of our books. Remember that, okay? Alright, I see that you have about 3 or 4 dots down in your Venn diagram. Well, you can put what they say.
You don't get another clue.
No other clue.
All three. We used all three of them.
I think that one is Gingerbread Man and the Gingerbread Man. Okay. What is the trickster in each story?
Try to catch the gingerbread man ran away from a bomb
There is no trickster.
Oh, there's the
Gingerbread.
trickster.
The baby? Okay.
Who's the trickster in the gingerbread? Maddie. Okay, wait, look, baby. This is gingerbread baby. So you put Maddie over here, and it gets
Inside is supposed to be.
very good.
I know. What is the set?
Okay. We have to do a check. And we're out. I'm out of room. Okay, so no, you're not. You're not. Okay. What is it? That was our clue.
Without any
I'm gonna get no more clues.
I need to
That's our last clue. You only have room.
Yes.
We
used
Okay, if you're getting a clue,
That's the last
Aubrey,
clue.
get back here.
How dare you? I am mean. Think about journey of gingerbread.
I've tried to fit it all there.
all right, if you're done at your table, I want you to be pick out one comparison that you want to share with the group, okay? Pick out your best one, the one that you think, ooh, that was a really good one we thought of. Okay? Pick that one out and be ready to share that one.
Wait, we can't use that clue. Yeah. We didn't even use that. We're just gonna pretend that. Wait. Okay. We're just gonna pretend like that was right. Okay.
Okay, now what should we? What else?
All right, be finishing your last thought.
What do we do on
Pick out one that you want to share out. Y'all pick your one out you want to share. Pick out the one you want to share.
Do we both have
All right. You can just pick out one.
I'm gonna share.
All right, I see your Venn diagram is filling up. I love that. I want you to stop and put your markers down. I want you to sit back down in your chairs. I saw some awesome thinking during that time and comparing and contrasting. Some groups used all three clues. Some groups didn't use any clue. The clues were there to help you. It's okay. You didn't have to use them, but they were there to help you. All right. I have been walking around and I saw some really great comparisons on your Venn diagram. So I want you to share some of those with us. Jenley and Easton, we're going to start up here with you. Tell us one thing that you put on your chart to compare and contrast.
One made the gingerbread, one didn't.
Okay, he said, okay, explain that to me. What do you mean?
So Matty made
Matty
made the gingerbread man, and the other boy, Grandma made it.
Okay, very good. He said that Maddie was the one who mixed up and made the gingerbread man and gingerbread baby, but in gingerbread man, the grandmother was the one. Very good. Okay?
Gingerbread baby, yeah.
Yes, I said it. Right? Okay. All right. Isaac, tell me y'all. Easton, come sit down in your chair, please, bud.
Matty stayed inside. Wait, no.
there is a trickster in both stories. Okay, tell me the trickster. They added that in their both section. But tell me the trickster in Gingerbread Baby. What's the trickster? Who is the trickster in Gingerbread Baby, Letty?
The trickster in Gingerbread Baby is Maddie, and on my side, I wrote the trickster and the gingerbread man is the fox.
Very good. So they said they both have a trickster. The trickster in Gingerbread Baby is Maddie because he built the what?
The
The house. And he tricked the Gingerbread Baby to get it back in. And then the trickster in Gingerbread Man was the fox, and he tricked the Gingerbread Man in what?
To come
And ate
closer.
him to come closer, okay, so he could eat him. All right, Olivia and Aubrey, share with me one of yours from your chart.
What's that back? Okay, so on my side, I said that the fox was the trickster. And on her side, she said, on my side, said Max was the trickster.
Okay, well, they just shared that one. Do you have a different one than that one?
Well, the gingerbread baby did not get eaten.
Okay, she said in Gingerbread Baby, he did not get eaten, but in the Gingerbread Man,
He did get eaten.
he got eaten by the fox. Very good. Okay, Gadden and Blake, share something from your chart.
They both escaped the oven.
Okay, they said they both escaped the oven. Do you have a comparison that you want to share? Or a contrast, I'm sorry, telling me how they're different? Okay, and then in the other story, who tricked the Gingerbread Baby? Maggie. Okay, so we've got the tricksters down. Okay, let me get your brain going about some things that Miss Pellegrin heard or thought about when I was comparing and contrasting them. What did the Gingerbread Man and the Gingerbread Baby say in the story, or chant in the story? Aubrey?
In the gingerbread man, he said, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me on the gingerbread man.
Very good. In the Gingerbread Man, he said, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the Gingerbread Man. But in the Gingerbread Baby, he said what, Jenley? Do you remember what the Gingerbread Baby said? Olivia, help her out. What did the Gingerbread Baby say?
Catch me if you can.
Catch me if you can. So they both chanted something at their teased at the people chasing them, but they chanted different things. Okay. Both settings were where?
Outside.
On a farm in a village. Okay. Both boys peeked in something. What did both boys peek in? Y'all sit down in your chair like I asked you to. Both boys peeked inside the oven, okay? In the Gingerbread Man along his journey, and this was one of the clues that said think about their journey. The Gingerbread Man just ran and ran and ran, but the Gingerbread Baby did what?
Ran, skipped, hopped.
He skipped and hopped, and then he even played
Hide and seek.
hide and seek. He played some tricks along the way. So even though they were always both running, the Gingerbread Man, he only ran. The Gingerbread Baby kind of stopped and played some tricks. So those are just the ones that I also thought of that I didn't hear you mention. So I wanted to bring those to our attention too, okay? You did such a good job comparing and contrasting two versions of the same story. So our I can statement for today that's up here on the board, and it's on our chart up here, says I can compare and contrast the two versions of the folktale. So I want you to read that with me because you've done that now. You know how to do that. So read this with me. Ready?
I can compare and contrast the two versions of the folktale.
Very good. You know how to do that. So you can read that with lots of confidence because you have compared and contrast two versions of the same story. Now, before we get ready to leave today, I'm going to give you a little slip of paper, okay? And this is your what stuck with you today, okay? Miss Pellegrin wants to make sure that you know the difference between compare and contrast, okay? When we compare something, we tell how they are
Same.
the same, alike. When we contrast, we tell how they are different, okay? So, on your piece of paper, on your exit slip today, it says, when you compare, you tell how things are and you fill in the blank. When you contrast, you tell how things are and you fill in the blank there, okay? Put your name at the top. Don't show your answers to your neighbor. I want to see how smart you are. Fill in that little chart real quick. When you come back on Friday, we are going to finish our gingerbread unit by doing some gingerbread science. And we're going to do a little science experiment with the gingerbread cookies. And we're going to put them in water and see how long it takes them to dissolve. And then I'll let you taste one of these. Yeah. So we have that to look forward to when we come back on Friday, okay? What I want you to do now to clean up our tables is I want you to stack your exit ticket on top of your chart. Okay? I'm going to hang your charts up around the room, your Venn diagrams up. You may take your story maps with you today. Okay? So, have your story maps in your hand and your Venn diagram. Can you think of a time, as we're getting ready to line up, can you think of a time in the day or sometime when you get home when you may use this skill of comparing and contrasting? Can you think of a time that you may use this? Isaac, when might you use this skill?
Whenever you're comparing the sizes of your dogs.
Okay, he said he does this when he compares two dogs. Okay, do you have two dogs at home? And you probably think about how they're alike and different, okay? Jenly, when might you use this skill?
I might use it to pick what clothes I want to wear.
Okay, she's comparing and contrasting two outfits to wear. Very good. Okay, Aubrey?
Or can I compare my little birds?
Okay, comparing birds outside if she's playing, or do you have pet birds? Pet birds, how cool. Okay, so comparing and contrasting is a skill that we use every day, all the time. It's good to realize what you're doing, and now you do, okay? All right, stand up and push your chairs under. I promised you I would cut this piece of ginger root open, and I did, so you can smell it on your way out, okay? This is fresh ginger root. I know you've seen it over here, and you wanted to smell it, so.
Oh, that's why the knife was over there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Okay, it's real strong when you smell it, okay? So I'm going to let you smell it and then go line up at the door. I can smell it from here.
Oh, that's strong. That smells like lemon. That smells like
And it
lemon.
does have a lemony smell, doesn't it?
It smells like lemon.
Smell it?
Smells like lavender.
Okay,
Lemon.
perfect.
Lemon.
You didn't get to smell it?
Lavender.
Lemon.
I just smelled
And it
it.
kind of looks like a potato inside of it.
Taste it.
I just smelled it.
You can buy that at the grocery store. Tell your parents.
It smells like lavender.
All right, let's do our goodbye message for today. So, hands up. We're going to do my favorite one. Ready? See you later. Alligators, your turn.
See you later. Alligator.
Okay, when you walk back to class, I want you to go very nice and quietly, okay? All right, see y'all on Friday, okay? Okay, I hope